Hi everyone, how are you all going? Welcome to Crafty Hour. I am Jenny. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Melbourne in Australia. It is Thursday night, the night before Good Friday, start of our Easter weekend. What are you all doing? What are your plans? I'd love to know what you are up to. It's not going to be a quiet one here. I'm actually busy all this weekend, but I'm not actually physically going away. So maybe a day trip. We'd probably be doing some day trips, but not actually going away. So I think we're going to be catching up with bits and pieces that we've been meaning to do since Christmas. So like cleaning the deck and all those lovely, exciting things. Moving into this craft room completely. Hopefully that's my job. I'm only half moved in at the moment. I've been doing bits and pieces as I go. So you can see this is all got cardstock all along it now. So, but I haven't done anything else really because I haven't had the time. We had the best time on the weekend and last night. I did the storybook moments designer series paper with a few dies in there if you got the kits. Had the best time. Yeah, my first in-person one. It was so much fun actually crafting in person with everyone. It's so totally different to online. And last night we had my online one as well. And again, lots of laughs and chats there as well. So both totally different styles, but gee, I loved them both. So for you guys that signed up for the storybook moments class, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it because without you, I can't do what I do with the classes. So thank you so, so much. Yeah, so I had a ball. Can I just say, once you start crafting with that storybooks, you can't stop. I just wanted to keep going on and on and on and on. Had so many ideas, but I only could do 4 because as it was, the day group, the in-person group didn't get to their 4. So they're watching a video yeah, so, you know, it was because we had so much fun chatting. It was so much fun. Anyway, a few of you are popping on. I'm not sure how many people were going to hop on tonight because of being a 4-day weekend. I'm sure a lot of you are heading away. And if you are, please drive safely. That is a big thing out there. A lot of crazy drivers out there in a hurry to get to A to B. So please drive safely. Okay, now let me try and see if I can find myself on here. Here we go. And hopefully this is turned down. All right, here we go. Got my mug there. Good, it's turned down. Hello, Kathy and Renee. How are you guys? Hi, Kaz. Been a while since I saw you last night, but yeah. You're staying home at your husband. Stay safe. Yeah. Well, that's me too. Staying home, but going for some day drives. Hopefully, I need to get out of this house because I've been, in this house for the last couple of weeks, just working away. So I need to have a bit of a break. Oh, Kathy, thank you so much. Thank you. You finished your last card. Go you. Well done. 4 cards done, Kaz. Kaz joined the online with the storybook moments, and yeah, we had so much fun last night. We had a lot of laughs. It was really, really good. Hi, Lillian. Hi, Julie. You two watching in the same room, you two. I know you two are together at the moment. Hello, Joan. Your kitten's sitting. Oh my goodness, you need to send me a pic, Joan. You know what I'm like with cats and kittens. I love them. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Anne from Warrnambool. Hello, down my domain. Hello, Jillian. Happy Easter to you too. And Esther, my goodness. Well done for getting on, Esther. That's fantastic because I wasn't sure if you could, but yeah, if you had internet or not. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for popping on. Tonight I'm going to do my last Easter idea. Okay, obviously it has to be the last because Easter starts tomorrow. Not tonight, you're home again. Oh, it was just a day trip. Ah, okay. Cool. All right, fair enough. Hi Donna, how you going? Yeah, so tonight is my last of my Easter tips. So tonight we're doing a basket a little bit different. Now, I was inspired by a beautiful lady. I think she's on YouTube. I'm really not sure. I don't follow her, to be quite honest. I looked up on Safari ideas for baskets and things like that. Yeah, and this lady came up and I saw she was a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I think she's stamping with Amore, I think. Joan, I think you follow her. She's such a lovely, lovely lady, and I want to give a shout out to her to thank her for this. So I think it's Stampin' with Amore, I think. But she is on YouTube. Like I said, I don't follow her, but this is one of her designs and I want to share it with you. I just think it's fantastic. Hey Sue, hi Donna. Shells, hello. You back from Echuca? I loved your photo today. My gosh, what a beautiful day to go on a paddle steamer. Really, really great. I'm hoping to get outside tomorrow because I've been inside this room for the last 2 weeks working away. So I'm looking forward to getting some fresh air. Donna, thank you so, so much. Thank you. Hi, Sue. Okay, so guys, I'm just looking at this. Catalogs. This is one of my jobs I'm going to be doing on the holidays, on the Easter weekend, is getting these catalogs out to you in your hot little hands. If you do not have a demonstrator and you would love to come and join me as a customer, and you would like a catalogue, yell out, guys, because I have some and they are going out to you either in Easter or just after Easter. Okay, so I've now got the time, I've caught up, I now got the time to concentrate on getting these into your hot little hands. So let me know if you do not have a demonstrator. Contact me. Say, yay, Jen, I love a catalogue. Okay, and I'd love to send that to you. That's only if you do not have a demonstrator and only if you live in Australia. Okay, because I can't send them overseas. Okay, I'm going to put that down. Shall we get into it? Because I'm sure you've got some things to do to get going, or packing or whatever, if you are going away. So let's get going. Okay. All right. So tonight I am going to show you my demo. I'm not happy with my demo, okay? But this is what we're making. We're going to make one of these, all right? There's no cutting or anything like this. This is what I'm going to make. I think she made, is it Amore? She made a humongous big one. I decided to do a small version because I want them as table favors. So this is what we're doing. It is so quick and easy. I've got all the instructions. So those of you who are like me, haven't done their table favors yet and haven't had the time until now, and you're late like me, come and join me to make one of these. Okay, so this is it here. This is from the Bees. I think it's in the online exclusive still. Okay, and obviously that is Petunia Pop, but I wasn't happy with this because it actually stretched out too much to what I had in mind. So I want to do a smaller one, okay? Now, the reason why I stretched it out too much is because you'll see as we go along, all right? It is so, so easy. There's no cutting, nothing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to be using the meant to be dies. Now, I got these simply because I wanted those hexagon or octagon dies. Hexagons, actually, because they're only 6 sides. I wanted these. These are from the Bees, which I had showed you from here. This is the designer series paper from the Bees. So I'm going to be using the small one. Now, if you wanted a real humongous one, I think she used, when I watched her, she used the humongous one, the big one, because she wants to get a huge, huge basket. Okay, so it depends on what sizes you want to go. to what, you know, hexagon you want to go, to what size you want to go, okay? I want a small one. And when I say small, it's still not small, because I think we're going to fit a couple of eggs in there, and I mean like eggs that big. So we're going to get a hexagon one, okay? Now with these hexagons, I've actually cut all this out for you, okay? So with the hexagon, I want to show you how amazing these hexagon dies are if you don't have one. This is what it cuts out. So it cuts out your solid in here, and then it cuts out your edging. Isn't that great? Hi Pan, hi Kareen, hi Vicky. Isn't it cool? I think this is so, so great. So I've had to play around with these, and I'm keeping these because they could be great for a background card of some sort if you wanted to. So, or make an edging on, you know, white cardstock or whatever you like. So I'm keeping these because you just never know when you might use those. So you'll need a small size hexagon, all right? And then we are going on to another die, and I'm sure a lot of you have these ones. I've been using these a fair bit. Everyday Arches, they're a staple for me. So what we're going to be using is the second last and the smallest arch. Okay, so we're going to be using the second smallest and the smallest. All right. Okay, so they are going to create these here. So there's your little hexagon here, and that is going to create the edging that we're going to put around. So this is all just made up of dies, everyone. Isn't that insane? So I'm going to grab them out. I've already cut everything, and I'm going to read the instructions out to you. So if you want to, and you haven't got your bits and pieces done, maybe you can make one too. Okay, another one we're going to be using is the Timeless Plaid. This is a great way of using up your designer series paper for this, and also your scrap. To make this box, I did not use any A4. I just went to my scraps and used those. So that's a great way of doing that as well. So with this one here, I am wanting, we've got gingham on the back, and we've got the plaid at the front. This is really, really good. I don't know if this is discounted. I have no idea. I didn't actually look it up. But I want to do, is my colour not there anymore? I've got a couple of packs of this. Let me go and have a look at another packet. There's a packet I want. It had blue gingham on the back. Let me have a look. Where are you? Oh, have I used it all? Wouldn't surprise me if I used it all. Oh, okay. I've got another packet. Oh, I thought I had 3 packets of this. All right. I've already cut them out anyway. So on the back of it had this. Okay. And they were from here. Obviously, I've used them all. So I'll get rid of those. Okay. I'm using the other side. I'm going to be using the gingham. I thought that was a little bit too busy for me. Okay. Michelle, hello. And hello, Pat and Danny. I just thought that was a bit busy for me. I prefer the gingham. So I have done, you will need 6 of these, and they are the small dies, the 6 of these. And then you will need 6 of these, and they are that size, the second smallest arch, okay? Then you will need, now I'm going to 7 here. Technically only need 6, but I'm going to 7 with these, with this size here, simply because I'm trying to, you'll see what I'm trying to mean at the back. But for the sides, you'll only need 6, but I made it 7, okay, because I want to do, you'll see what I mean. Okay, so that goes there, all right? So that's all we need in those dies, okay? All right, so I'm going to put these away. Okay, so I'm going to put them over here. Next, you are going to need 6, because we have 6 sides on this. You can make this with a square if you wanted to. It's the same process of what I'm going to do. Instead of having 6, you'll just need 4 of each. Now, we need these little guys here, and I'll tell you what they're going to do. We'll show you what they're going to mean at the moment, what they're going to do. There we go. We need 6 of those, and they are, let's have a look here, 1 1/4 by 1. Yes, I'm in inches because that's what she did. I'm in inches. So for some of you will be happy I'm in inches, as I found out last night. So, and then we're scoring each one 1/2 inch. So basically in half, okay? So it will look like that, all right? Okay, so we need 6 of those. And then we need 6 of these little guys here. Now, these ones here are going to be this section here, all right? Now, they are 2 by 1 1/2 inches, and then again, I've scored it in half, and that will be 3/4 of an inch. Now, as you can see, I've put tear and tape along here. Tear and tape down here is time consuming when you're doing a live, so I wanted to save a bit of time for you. I'm using tear and tape for this one only for my gluing. And if you had Seal Plus, that's fine, but I don't have Seal. I don't know why, but it just does not agree with me. It just doesn't like me, so I avoid that like a plague. Now we've got this one here. This one is 10 inches by 1/2 inch. Now you can put another Designer Series paper layer over it. However, I am using a 6 by 6, so obviously it's not going to be enough for this, okay? I could put a bit here and a bit there and then put something up the top there like a bow. That is an option, but I haven't done that. Okay, so I am leaving that plain. And I think it looks fine without anything. As you can see here, as you see, I cut that round the wrong way, but this is my demo. Okay, so there it is there with a backing on it. Okay, so that's all we need. So shall we get started? Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to fold these over with our bone folder. All right, just make sure they're nice and crisp. They fold over nicely. And that one's not quite in the middle, so I need to move that up a little bit. My scoring must have been out. I did it very, very quickly before I hopped on. And my scoring must have been a little bit out, which doesn't surprise me. A little bit tight at the moment, so, all right. And then it doesn't really matter if it's not even, to be quite honest. And then we've got this one. Has anyone made one of these? It doesn't have to be Easter. The reason I'm doing this as well is Mother's Day's coming up. And if you want to put little bits and pieces in there, like some flowers or, I don't know, whatever you do for Mother's Day to make it really pretty, wrap it with cellophane paper. There's all sorts of things you could do. You could do it for Christmas as well. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to grab this one, okay, our second smallest die. And what we're going to do is glue this, okay, and we're going to glue it onto here. We're going to move it right up to the end of our card, of our die. All right, so we're just going to pop it up there like that. Now, if you had Seal, obviously that will stick pretty quickly. All right, hey Jalissa, how are you? All right, so just straight up to the edge, okay? All right, and we're going to do the same for the whole 6 of them, okay? All right, so again, straight up to the edge. If you don't get it straight up to the edge, it doesn't really matter. Mine weren't completely straight up to the edge on this one, But for cosmetic reasons, I think it would look a lot better if you did. So, but if you don't, it's still going to work fine and look fine. Okay. This is the only time-consuming bit, is putting these little bits together. Because there's 6 to do. Like I said, if you're doing this with a square, you'd only have to do 4. And this is the same process. If you guys have square dies or rectangle dies, it's the same process. Preferably a square, because you want all our sides nice and even. Otherwise, you know, your measurements are going to be a lot different for 2 of them. So it is easier if you just did it with the same sides. So a square would look really good with this. I was going to try it with a square, but I ran out of time. So, all right, 2 more to go. Has everyone done all their Easter table and things? If you do that, I haven't at all. So that might be my job tomorrow as well, doing that. Haven't done any of that yet. All right, and lucky last, that you do get glue all over you. So probably if you don't want that, seal might be the way to go. Okay. Come on. All right, making sure that's nice and stuck down. Beauty about this, you've got wriggle room when you use wet glue. Okay, there we go. So they are all done, all right? So next, we're getting our hexagon out, and this is where we're going to build our basket. So what we're going to do is place that on here like so. Okay? And we're going to do that all the way around. It is so simple, guys. And so easy if you want to change it to a different size. All right, one done. It's 2. These could be great for baby showers as well. You know, you could put little bits and pieces in there for a baby shower, or I don't know, all sorts of things. It just, like I said, you just use the dies to make it bigger. Just go to a larger hexagon and larger, for what I'm doing, a larger arch. That's all there is to it. All right, and we're just going straight to the edge there, okay? Just straight to the edge. Okay. Doesn't have to be something for Easter. Okay, I see. You had a question there, Pam? All right, can you see how it's forming? You're not going to see any of that. We're going to cover that up. I've done a couple of little things differently to what the lady has done. I wish I knew her first name, but I know she goes Amore, A-M-O-R-E. So if you Google that on Amore Stampin' Art, she's in America. So if you Google her, it should come up, or search her in as a Stampin' Art, she should come up. Okay, but yeah, like I said, I don't watch her on YouTube or Pinterest, and I don't go on Pinterest, so it was just amazing how that came up on my thing. So when I just Googled baskets, craft baskets to make. Okay, so there we go. Can you see? There is our basket so far. Okay, next we're going to use this. Okay, so let's just bend these over. Bend them backwards. I'm actually want to go this way actually, so I'm just going to quickly do that. This is about the only fiddly thing. No, okay, you didn't have a question. Okay, I presume that's what you're saying. Did I only have 5? Oh no, I got 6. I was hiding. All right, okay, so we don't need glue for this. I'll just put this away. Okay, we're going to grab our, take my picks. It's just easy to grab this and to peel that off. I'm just pushing that over the sticky bit and this bit as well. Now this is where you decide, do you want yours to be a lot wider coming out, or do you want it to be a lot smaller? So this sort of tells you what, you know, where you need to go. All right, so what we're going to do now is we are going to put our score line straight onto the corner bit there, okay? Angie Stamping with Amore, thank you so much, Kaz, thank you. So that's what we're going to be doing, is just putting that there. Now, it depends on how far back you put this, okay? Or put your, like if you want to go, what we need to do is have it the same distance on either side, like that, okay? So if you wanted it that distance, obviously it's going to be very wide, okay? I don't want mine wide. So I want mine to be a lot smaller, like that small, okay? And we just got to do this the same distance. Did I put that down a little bit lower? But we just got to have that tucked in the corner like so, and we're just going to push that up, okay? And then we're just going to put that together like that, okay? It's just easier than doing it this way than wet glue, because I just wanted that stuck straight away. All right, so there we go. We've got the same side on that side, and we're going to do that for all 6 of these. Okay, same thing. It gets easier as we get to close to the end, because you don't have to worry about, you know, the fiddling around a bit. All right, again, we're just putting it on the edge like so, and then around about the same distance of what I had before. Let me have a look how much on that. Look, that would have gone further out. And then this one is going to go over like so. All right. Just going to push that in a little bit. There we go. Okay. Do you follow her, Kaz, or you looked her up? She's got some amazing things in that thing. Seriously. By what I saw on the website I went on to. So, all right, again, same. We're just going to put that in the corner there. Sort of work out the same distance of what we had before. And then pop that there like so. That's a bit too much. All right, can you see how it's going? It's starting to happen. Our basket is starting to happen. All right, again, just in here. It's so easy. I might make it look like it's a bit fiddly. It sure is not. And there we go. It's getting easier and easier as I go around, as you'll see. Yes, I do lots of boxes. Ah, there you go. Thank you for telling me her name. I feel embarrassed. I couldn't remember her name, but yeah, I knew it was Amore. Okay, and we're just going to go in here like so. And then you're just putting this up here. I think it's absolutely genius what she did. Okay, can you see mine isn't as big as this because I've left quite a bit of distance here, and I haven't for here. Okay? Have you made one of these, Kaz? All right, lucky last. It is so easy. Okay, all right, again, lucky last. We're going into the corner there. Just, I'm winging it. I mean, for those of you who want to measure, go for it, but I'm just ringing it. And there's our basket, guys. We're done. Isn't it simple? Seriously, it is so simple. All right, next we're going to be putting this on. So we might just this up a little bit so it curves. All right, and like I said, I would have loved to have had some gingham along here, but I'm doing 6x6. If you're not doing 6x6, go for it. Put the DSP on. But I think I can do this without it, so that's fine. Okay, so with this one here, I am going to use some wet glue because I might need a little bit of wriggle room here. And you can have it short, long, whatever you like, okay? So I'm just going to place that there and that one over there. I think that looks fine. All right, so I'm just going to stick that on. All right, that should be okay. And then sticking this one on. Nice. All right, there we go. Whoops, I got glue all over me. I should get a wet one and wipe this off. I'm just going to get a wet one because I don't like having glue on my fingers because that goes onto what I'm working on. Oh, there we go. It's all gone now. Yay. Okay, there is our box. So we've done it, guys. All we need to do now is just decorate, the fun bit. So we've got our 6 of these. So we're just going to place them on here like so. All right. Now with this one, just try and make sure that it is completely covered. Because I had to go back and re-glue a couple because, oh my gosh, I've got glue on me again. Simply because I didn't have enough glue on the tips. All right, so we got that going. Hello, Glenda, how are you? We're making an Easter basket. This is the last of my Easter bits and pieces. So we're making a little Easter basket. And it's just made out of dies and cardstock, so there's no stamping tonight. So we're using scraps. Everything's all come from scraps except for the designer series paper. So I think it's a great way of using up your stash because that's what we need to do. We've got lots and lots of good stuff there in your stash and it's just sitting there to use up. Now the colour I'm using is boho blue. This is actually retiring in 2 weeks, guys. So everything, the ink colours that this came from, the boho blue, everything is going to be all gone. You will not be able to get this again. I love boho blue. I think that was about the only one I used in the ink colours. I sort of wasn't a fan of any of the others, but I really like boho blue. So Glenda, I've given all the measurements to how to be able to make this. So it's very, very simple to do. Okay. Put them there. Hopefully no, they haven't moved. That's good. Bit of glue on that one. Don't want it to move. Hello, Pauline. How are you? I have used the arches. I've used these 2 arches. They're the second smallest and the smallest arches. And I've used the smallest hexagon from the bee dies. Okay, that's all I've used. Okay, and lucky last. And then I just used scrap cardstock from my stash to do everything else. So I've read out the measurements as we went and put it together. So check out the replay. But like I said, this is so simple. There we go. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Now, I know I forgot to do something. So I need to do a hexagon on the inside because we don't want all that seen. That looks a bit messy, doesn't it? Well, it is messy. So I'm hoping, I think I found another sheet of cardstock here. Look, there it is there. I knew I had another one. So I'm just going to quickly cut this out because I want that to go down here. It just makes it look a lot more presentable when you're giving it to someone, a lot more professional. So I'm just going to quickly cut that out. So if you haven't got these hexagons, you're missing out because they are fantastic. So there we go. There's our hexagon. As I was saying, it leaves an edge. Oh, wrong one. They leave a really pretty edge. Isn't it pretty? Okay, so again, I'll be keeping that one because I might use it down the track. Okay, now here we go. We've got our large size now because we want to cover all that up. That looks pretty revolting, doesn't it? It's very untidy. So we're going to cover that up. Okay? And we're going to go all around these guys here. So this is the same size as these. All right, now I have done 7. I'm going to show you why I did 7. I may not use it, I don't know. It's just from my decorating. All right, so I'm just going to plop that on there. Now this is where you really need to make sure it's spot on because you don't want little bits showing on the other side. Ah, thank you, Jane. We're getting through this quite quickly. That's very unusual for me. Okay, there we go. Now I'm just going to turn it this side just to make sure you cannot see that red. Look, we can chop it off if you can see it, so it doesn't really matter, but it's just preferably don't have to do that. Okay. Oh, look at that. You can see that there. All right, and then next one. So we're doing this for the all 6. You don't even have to have the band on there. They could be just, you know, have it just without the handle. It'll be perfectly fine for that. All right. Okay, let's go. You see it's starting to tidy up a bit now, isn't it? All right, that one's done. I think I've got that right. Yep. 2 more to go. And I will have one left over just in case I need it. Okay. And lucky last. You could smash these out so quickly. The only time absorbing thing is the cutting, and that's really no big deal. So you could easily smash a 10 of these in one hit. Wouldn't take long at all. Okay, there we go. There is our 4 bits and pieces here. And then we've got this. So that is going to go down here. Now, it might be a little bit snug because we've got a couple of layers on there. But for cosmetic reasons, it just looks a lot better. So we're just going to put that down there like so. Okay, here we go. Doesn't it look a lot tidier now? You can't see all my yucky folds or anything like that. Isn't it cool? I like that. Okay, there we go. There's our basket, everyone. We're done. But we're going to decorate. And all I've got on here is something very, 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 very simple. So I've grabbed one of these. And these are the 3rd smallest stylish shaped dies. I've got this little cutie. How can we not have a bunny on this? And that is from the designer series paper for the storybook moments that the class was just on just this week. So I just cut that out, and then I've just got one of those, and that is from the little cutouts in there as well. So this is to go for cosmetic reasons on the back here, and so is that, just to tidy it up a little bit. So we're going to do Balmy Blue because I think Balmy Blue will look really, really nice with boho. And this is where I need a bit of a scrap. Here we go. Excuse my dirty paper here. Get rid of that excess. Mind you, I do have to re-ink that one. And we're just going to do a tiny little bit in here. Now I'm doing ultra simple here, and this is so not like me. But you could go to town with the decorating. But I just thought, if you guys, are making an awful lot, you don't want to go ultra crazy, okay? So what I'm going to do now is we're just going to place that on here like so. And there's the bunny. There like that. Okay, so obviously that's going to be stuck. That's going to be on dimensionals. I'm not putting a sentiment on here because let's face it, we know what it's for. And we're going to say Happy Easter to people anyway when we give it to them. So if you've got neighbours or, I don't know, some neighbours you need to give it to, some friends or whatever. Yeah, or table favours. They look really good. Okay. Okay, dimensionals on a bunny. We gave him a bit of a zhushy. And we're just going to place him on there like so. All right, and then I'm just going to stick him here. Bit weird for me doing that. Normally I would put it there, but I just thought that didn't look right. You got the circle, you got that. It just didn't look right. So I'm pushing it up and just placing it here. And this is going to be the front of what they're going to see on the table. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this. I'm not putting a dimensional on. Ooh, look at that. Dimensional backing. We're just going to glue. And we're going to place him like so. Actually, I might do it down a little bit. There we go. You like it? It's cute. Hello, Justina. How are you? All right. So there we go. And then this is where this came in. I made an extra one here because look what you're seeing. It doesn't look good, does it? So I've got the blue, boho blue circle here. And then I'm going back and putting that on here. I think that looks a lot tidier. So let's just do that. Gosh, I think it's going to be a quick one tonight. How unusual. That's so not like me. All right, and we're just going to stick that together and making sure it's exactly the same size. So it's the third smallest die. Thanks, Michelle. It's the third smallest die of the stylish shaped dies. I'm sure most of you have that in your stash. They're a staple here. Mind you, these are a bit of a staple for me too now. All right, there we go. And then it still looks a bit funny, doesn't it? So this is where, oh my gosh, what did I do? There we go. This is going to come in because I want to make it look like it's the same as all the other sides again. So we're putting that back on again. You probably didn't need to put the first one on, but I just couldn't decide which side I was going to have that. So that's why I just did it, and it doesn't really make any difference anyway. Absolutely. Thank you. I'm a bit pedantic when it comes to that sort of thing. I mean, when you're giving it as a gift, isn't it? When you're giving it something as a gift, you want it to be professional and spot on for everyone. Okay, there we go. We need a bow. Now, I know what I'm like in front of you with bows. I'm hopeless. So I went and did a bow before I came on. I don't know why, but every time I come on and do a bow, I fail miserably. So I thought, no, I'm not having that tonight. So I did a bow, okay, and we are going to just pop that there. It needs something, don't you think? And I'm not a bowy person. I just thought it needs something. So where is our little guys here? There we go. So we're just going to put, I'm going to put 2 on here because I want to make sure it does not come off completely. All right, I'm going to zhoosh up that bow a bit. Still not my best bows, but hey, it's better than what I probably would have produced in front of you guys, which would have been a schmozzle. All right. Okay, and then we'll just cut that. Now, I think this is on the last chance, this ribbon. So if any of you haven't been on the last chance, there are bargains there, heavily reduced bargains. All right. I think that looks a little bit long there. Like I said, my bow isn't still the best, but it's better than what I probably would have produced. Okay. There we go. We're done. Shall we fill it up with chockies and see? Here we go. I've got 3 of these. Now, these came from the box of Easter eggs in Coles. I think they were like $6 and you get 15. They're reduced. Chocolate's reduced massively at the moment. So I assume it's going to fit 3. There we go. So there is our Easter basket. Very simple for me. I would have gone nuts with the decorating. I probably would have put a character on all these little guys here, but hey, I didn't think you guys would do that. So, and I just wanted to keep it simple for you guys. So again, that's not me having it so simple like this, but I'm trying to tone it down. Okay, there we go. What do you think? I'm going to switch you over. Oh, before I do, I got this gorgeous card from Donna. Donna's on here tonight too. I got Happy Mail, guys. Love Happy Mail. Oh, you know what I forgot? Helen, I forgot my shredded paper. So before I do that, I got this awesome card. Isn't this beautiful? My little bunny, and look at that. It opens up. I'm going to have to do this one fold. Love, love, love it. So Donna, thank you so, so much. You brightened up my day. I had a bit of a heavy week this week, and just to get some Happy Mail, it just really brightened up my day. Isn't this gorgeous? It really, really is. Can you see the mechanisms? She's got 4 mechanisms there. So, so pretty. Love it. Thank you so much, Donna. Okay, I've got shredded paper here. And Helen, this is why I needed shredded paper. I forgot about this. This is why I needed the shredded paper. So we're just going to put shredded paper here. preferably just plain white. All right, and then we're going to put our little guys in. There we go. Yeah, I rang my husband today and I said, do you have shredded paper? And he goes, let me see. There we go. There is our box, our basket. Cute. All right, I'm going to switch it over and show you the proper way. Okay. Oh, my fringe always goes nuts when I do that. There it is here. Isn't it cute? Looks a little bit better going this way than seeing it there. So thank you. Thank you so much, Helen. I really, really appreciate it. So there we go. I really don't think I need to do any more than that because obviously it's the chocolate that's what everyone wants in there. So I just think that looks really, really cool. And like I said, it's very, very sturdy. Okay, but you could put little chocolates in there or whatever as well. So, but 3 of those from the box of 15 fit in this box. Now, if you wanted it bigger, obviously spread them out wider and you'll fit more, obviously, for more Easter eggs in there. But I just wanted it really tiny like so. I'll probably be doing this as table favors on our table on Easter Sunday. There we go, guys. I hope that was helpful. Like I said, you don't have to do this for Easter. It could be Mother's Day. Put bits and pieces in there. It could be Christmas. Dare I say that word, Christmas? Or, I don't know, baby showers, whatever you are having on. It could be doing something like that. So I hope that gives you a bit of an idea and say how easy it is to put that together, because honestly, I had no problems. I did it once and I thought, oh my gosh, okay, let's do that for a live tonight. So I just made one of these. That's it. And I thought, right, I can do that. So all the measurements are on my live. So if you make some, I'd love to see some pics. So please send me some pics. I'd love to, love to see them. Please have a wonderful, safe Easter. Please keep safe on the roads and happy Easter, everyone. And thank you again for watching me tonight. And I will see you all next week. Card and Cuppa, just letting you know Monday and Tuesday is going ahead as normal. Bye, everyone.